So as I promised, I was going to come back and finish up this example, and hopefully you've tried to do it on your own. Now I did want to show you, because I didn't really have time in the last video, and I've got plenty of time in this one. I want to show you the probability of x being less than 12 minutes or x being more than 30 minutes, as it really 39 minutes, as it really should look. This really should be the probability that we've got the 0 to 3, we've got plus the probability that it's 4 to 7, plus the probability that we're at 8 to 11, and that in and of itself, this represents together the idea of being less than 12. And you see, because each of the classes in the table are mutually exclusive, we're just seeing the sum of those. And then plus, and then being greater than 39, that would be 40 to 43, and 44 to 47, and then 48 through 51. Yeah, that's where it ends. And this is probability of being 48 through 51. Now, if I wanted to be totally mathematical in this, I could actually put that the random variable that we had described was less than or equal to 40, or greater than or equal to 40 and less than or equal to 43. But just in terms of, let's be simple, this is all I am going to put in these. And this, of course, would represent this probability here. And again, because this is a frequency table, and each of the classes we know is mutually exclusive, it looks like just the sum of all of these things that we have. And so when we go to look at this probability, we see that this is 3 plus 10 plus 7, and that's our less than 12, and then plus, and then we start here at 1 plus 2 plus 1, and that is all out of the 49 calls. And so what we see is just adding these things up from the frequency table. So that's 13, that's 21, 23, and 24 out of 49. And then, of course, 3 decimal places would be the appropriate round, so 24, and then divided by 49, and that gives us 0.489. Now I'm going to write this out because this one is important for you to see. I see quite a few errors in a mathematical concept in basic math that's called rounding through. So 796. So where I need to round it to is to this place value right here. So when I'm rounding it there, I'm looking at the 7, and that says that that 9 is going to go up, but because the 9 becomes a 10 when it goes up, it has to actually round up to there. So correct rounding on this one does not look like 0.489. It looks like 0.490, and that's the correct round on this one. Even though it appears that, gosh, you didn't round it to the correct decimal place, you certainly did. You rounded it to the third one, but it just rounded up and rounded through because of the size of that value. Now, our next probability that we were asked to find was the probability that they're on the phone no more than 39 minutes. Okay, no more means that it's 39 or less. There's nothing more than 39, so this is less than or equal to 39 minutes, which this is really best described as 1 minus the probability that they're on the phone more than 39 minutes, the idea of a complement, right? And the complement idea is absolutely possible here because we do have mutually exclusive events in this table. Because if you're not more than 39, then you are greater than 39 because everything here and above is mutually exclusive from everything here and below. And that makes it really easy for us to find this probability. Number one, because we already have being greater than 39 in the problem before, and also because that means we can just add up a few of these if we were doing it totally from scratch rather than add up a whole bunch of numbers. So this is going to look like 1 minus, and this of course comes from the 1 plus 2 plus 1 that we saw up above out of the 49 data points. So we have 4 here, and so 49 minus 4, which is 45 49ths. And that is then going to give us our probability. So 45 divided by 49, and that equals 0.918. So this is approximately 0.918. And that would be our probability. Now one last probability here. On the phone at least 20 minutes. So at least 20 minutes. Probability at least, that's x is greater than or equal to 20. What that means is that 20 is the smallest number that we have. And again, this one might be easier, and I'm not going to say it is until we look at that frequency table again, but it might be easier to do by saying what's the probability, 1 minus the probability of being less than 20 minutes. So 20 minutes is right in here, right? So we have the option of adding these up all the way here, or 1 minus these here. Now, it's kind of 6 one, half dozen of the other at that point, but we did already have part of these added up, so you can kind of look at it as that. It's like, oh, we've already almost got it, so 1 minus, and this of course is the 3 plus 10 plus 7 plus 8, and then plus 5. So we've got 33 out of 49. So 1 minus 33 out of 49 would be another way of looking at that. So we have, let's see, 16 out of 49, I believe. So let's see, make sure that I've got the right one. So less than, right? So yes, 5, that's 13, that's 20, that's 30, 33. Okay, so let's just go ahead and figure that out. So 49, make sure I'm right. I didn't do any silly mathematical errors yet. And then divided by 49, and that gives me 0.3265, so 327. So approximately 0.32 and then 7, just like that. And so that would be my probability. Now I could also get that probability, remember, by adding 2 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. That would be another way of finding it. Alright, so those were all of our probabilities, and that puts us at our next section. So I'll start a new video for that next section, multiplication rules.